ainda. Pelo que o
Anders
cabelo
onto
dele
the
tá
back of your horse
estático, que
there,
não
and
deveria
we'll take him to
acontecer, deve estar
Sheriff Gray.
duraço. A gente não tomar banho há muito tempo. É, ele não toma muito banho
You
nisso.
are a natural. All right, let's take him in. Follow me.
What about the others?
Veja os
Oh,
gráficos.
we'll round them up. Anders back there is the brains of the operation, and that's really saying something.
You're the boss.
That was mighty impressive, sir. I have to admit. I'd hazard a guess you've served the law yourself at some point.
Well, I wouldn't exactly say that.
Are you familiar with the area here?
No, not really.
On your right here, these tobacco fields? This is part of Caliga Hall, big estate belonging to the Gray family.
Looks bone dry.
Yes, we are in dire need of some rain round here, let me tell you. The Grays have lived in Caliga Hall for generations. Fine people. My family's been working for them for years. Sheriff Gray's the one I know best, of course, but they own half the businesses in town.
Which town?
Rhodes, sir. You don't know it? Where we're headed right now. Ain't what it was before the war, but it has its charms. I'm sure you already know of the Braithwaites.
Like I said, just got down here.
Another big family in these parts. They have an estate west of here. Awful people, truly awful. They've been fighting with the Grays for as long as I can remember.
Sounds like quite the place you got here.
Nothing worse. We're gonna bear left here.
Olha, eu falando com um bagulho mutado, tio. Parece sombra disso.
Here we are. Welcome to Rhodes. Up there on your left is the Rhodes Parlor House. Very reputable saloon owned by the Gray family.
Cara, que lugar
We
bonito.
also have a general store, gunsmith, post office, train station, of course.
What more do you need?
Very little. Oh, good, they're back. And that's your friend, right?
Yep.
Okay, we're gonna stop just ahead on the right, outside the sheriff's office. Can you grab Anders off your horse and carry him in for me?
Caraca, esse lugar é bem.
Chop, chop.
Falou,
Don't just
cheio de
leave him slumped
poeira.
on there for the whole town to see.
Tudo
Okay,
bem,
this
isso
way.
até o bagulho
Hey,
de
fellas.
gado.
Mr. Gray! We got him. Very good.
I told you Arthur would deliver. Man has a passion for justice.
That's wonderful.
So, about my friend here,
Your idiot friend is free to go. But no more trouble from you, partner.
I promise you this was all just a big misunderstanding. However, I want to thank you from the bottom of my heart.
Now, I'll pretend to appreciate that. Mr. McIntosh, it has been a real pleasure. The mostly good
McIntosh.
citizens of Rhodes, we welcome you.
well, we're just honored to be here.
And make your friend behave. We got enough trouble from some of the residents, old-timers who've gone, sadly, to seed and lost their dignity.
How terrible. Come along now. I will keep this fellow on the straight and narrow.
Come back and see us sometime soon. Excuse me, gentlemen. Bo, these better be ugly rumors. Is it true
Oi.
you were seen talking to that wretched Penelope?
Eu comprei tapioca,
Can't
viu?
thank you enough. Where have you
Tapioca,
been?
banana,
Around?
maçã.
And where you stay?
I'm
pizza.
renting a
Faz um
caravan on the edge of town behind the church. It's horrible, but no one comes looking.
Pizza.
The whole town's trapped.
Coisa
It's a
boa, velho.
interminable feud between the two families. His lot, Grays, and Braithwaites.
Interesting.
Two old plantation houses and falling out of rebel gold, and marrying cousins or not marrying. And
Arthur,
that's
Jose, you start poking around. See what you can
Casaram
find
não
out
com
about.
primos.
I have missed you, boys. I've heard about bounty.
There's been a price on my head for 13 years. It'll take a month to find us down here, and it seems like we can have a little sport.
Well, they're good bounties.
Where you hear this?
Some fellas I met at a camp near the state line said there was talk of it in
Meu Deus.
bars in the
O
north
Dutch e o
and
cara
west for
andam iguais.
500 miles. There was talk of super agents of some
Eles andam muito
Super
iguais.
agents. I'd love to meet one. It's just talk.
I'm sure it is, but I couldn't not tell you.
Stay out of trouble.
Thank you, gentlemen.
Nossa, e como eu falo, né?
Okay,
Olha
so
esse
these
show.
two plantation families. Arthur, you start sniffing around the Gray's place, see what the story is there.
Yeah, I passed by it earlier with our friend Archibald.
Good. Hey, you see what you can find out about these Braithwaites.
All right. Thank you, Arthur.
Hoje aí é.
Quite a fishing trip.
There's still time. I'm up for it.
How about you, Arthur? Or have you had enough of the chase for one day?
Ah, eu vou pescar.
Sure,
Vamos ver.
why not?
Só o chão, cara, o chão, tipo.
Hosea,
super.
why don't you lead us to that spot you were talking about? I kind of like this place.
Okay. Let's see if we can avoid any more excitement.
Olha a barba desse cara.
Hello, mister.
How do you do, sir?
I have to say, life is pretty good.
Delighted to hear it.
Well, let's hope it continues, huh?
You take care now.
All right, gentlemen. Follow me.
Cara, poder conversar com as pessoas aleatórias é legal. Tipo. Muito legal, muito. Tá, agora a gente vai
So
pro
how
riacho.
far is this
Vou
creek?
parar aqui. Se eu acho uma coisa muito bonita.
And
Puta
it's
ali.
not a creek.
Meu Deus,
It's the same lake we
deixa
camped
do
on,
mar.
just a different pipe.
Encontrão
It'll be worth
com a água
I
dele.
saw some big drum
na
and sturgeon
calapaça.
there. Should be rock
Peraí, na verdade,
bass,
acho que esse lugar vai ser
bluegills,
bonito.
perch,
Olha só.
pickerel too. It's a good
Saímos
spot.
dali.
We'll see if
Olha
you're as
isso,
good at
olha a
catching
quantidade.
fish as you are at catching criminals,
Nossa,
Arthur.
enche os olhos, olha
Trelawney
isso.
owes me for that.
Trelawney owes everyone for something.
Esse
but
filme
his
inteiro é lindo,
information
cara.
is
Eu
good.
vou te mostrar o trajeto
Plus,
inteiro,
we are
foda-se.
now ingratiated with the local law. I'd say it was a worthwhile diversion all around.
Vou conversar com o Rosier.
Where is this spot, Hosea? Timbuktu?
Not
And
too
go
much
to-
farther. Anyway, you two never told me properly about that business with Cornwall in Valentine. What happened there? Apart from scaring the living daylights out of Mr. Strauss.
That was about the only upset. John and I didn't even have time to get paid for the sheep we rustled.
It is safe to say Mr. Cornwall isn't a man to let bygones be bygones.
Ambushed us in the saloon. He came with a lot of guards and what seemed like just about every lawman in the county.
We've had
É,
closer
foi gente pra
shaves,
caramba.
but not that many.
And if Cornwall found us, the Pinkertons couldn't have been far behind.
They found me when I was fishing with Jack, remember?
Listen,
Ah, isso foi
it was
bem
good
pesado
we
também.
moved when we did.
O Arthur, que é o personagem principal aqui, o cavalinho,
Jack,
ele
you
foi
were a
pescar
good
com o
teacher
filho
when
de
you
John
took in fishing.
e da
I
Abigail,
said he must have you
que é o Jack.
confused with someone
Ele
else.
foi levar ele pra pescar, tá ligado? Ensinar como é que pescava. Eu chamo de tio, a única criancinha que tem ali.
Very funny.
Ah,
So
Perguntar
what
sobre os
Trelawney
caçadores.
said about those bounty hunters?
só que aí, tipo,
What you
a
think?
gente pescando bem tranquilamente, apareceram dois caras, dois caçadores de recompensa,
When was the last
ameaçaram
time I didn't have a price on my
o
head?
Arthur.
Seems a little bigger
Falaram,
now,
não, se tu entregar o Dutch, que esse aqui é o cabeça da quadrilha,
It's just Trelawney
vermelho aí,
over-egging the pudding
tá
like the
falando,
showman he is. Unless there's
ele é
a
o
new
cabeça da
breed
quadrilha.
of special man
Falou assim,
I
ah, se tu
don't know
entregar
about.
ele,
So
a gente
do
não
nothing?
te mata.
This is the spot.
Aí eu,
Down to the left there.
obviamente, o Arthur se negou, porque o Arthur é meio que um, sabe, o Dutch é meio que um pai pro Arthur. Que o Arthur foi abandonado e tudo mais. E aí o Dutch cuidou dele. Aí ele falou, ah, se tu entregar o Dutch, não morre. Aí ele se recusou, ele falou, beleza, então tu vai
I
morrer
saw some boats
eventualmente.
around last time. Be good to get to
E-
deeper water.
Ameaçou a criança também, tipo, o cara, aproveita pra pescar aí, gurizinho, enquanto tu pode, porque
Yes, over there on the shore.
daqui a pouco tu não vai conseguir.
Behind you.
Ameaçou,
Yeah, okay.
sei lá, aleijar a criança.
I'm sure nobody would mind if we borrowed one of these. Come on. Hold.
No way, a gente vai pegar o barco pra pescar. Caraca, tem um baita barco lá. Vou chamar de navio aquilo ali. Vamos pegar o
Alright.
barquinho então.
This looks like a fine vessel.
Okay. Come on, Arthur. Let's get her in the water.
I got a good feeling about fishing here. There's supposed to be some incredible sturgeon.
Okay, here we go.
Sou um cara que gosta de pescar.
Let me row. You boys are too old for real labor no more.
You're too dumb for anything else.
You're still too quick for me, old man.
I enjoy picking on children. Now take us to the deeper waters and pray for good luck and stupid fish.
But what about stupid luck and good fish?
That'll do too. Get us a bit deeper.
Olha a água, cara, se deformando.
I think here's good.
All right. Good luck, gentlemen.
Should really come here at dawn or dusk. That's when you catch the best fish. We should use a lake lure. That'll give us a much better chance of hooking something big like a sturgeon.
What's wrong with a good old worm?
Oh, worms are good for tiddlers like bluegill and rock bass, but you'd have to be real lucky to catch a sturgeon with one.
Lures it is, then. You heard the expert, Arthur. Let's bait up.
Keep the lure moving slowly on the water so it looks like a little fish just asking to be eaten.
Beleza.
I got a bite. Ha! Got ya! Shit! Got away.
Come on, Arthur. You can't go back empty-handed. Got him?
Looks like you got a bite, Arthur.
Aê! Ah, droga.
You got a bite there, Arthur. That's on the hook, Arthur.
Something's nibbling. There we go. Damn it, I lost him.
Esse aqui tá difícil de pegar aí.
Hey, look at this beauty.
Nossa, o
There
tamanho.
you go.
Well done, Arthur.
They can grow a lot bigger than that. Fella
Eita,
told me he once
arco-íris
saw a
e
monster
2
lake
quilos.
sturgeon near the mouth of the river, just southwest of Saint Denis. 50-pounder, he reckoned.
I would like to see that. You're getting the hang of this.
That feels like a bite. Got one.
Hey, Hosea. You remember that time we sent Arthur out fishing? He came back with 3 beautiful bass.
Not this again.
I don't think I do.
Oh, yeah. You do. He was maybe 20. 21. Walked in all full of himself. We had a big feast. Toasted him all night.
This was 15 years ago.
Oh, I remember now.
Then, the next week, Arthur and I are at the market, and Fishmonger calls out, "So how did you enjoy those bass?"
Look, you can fish, or you can go drinking all day, rob someone, and buy some fish.
You hooked him.
Esse pessoal, tio.
I used to go fishing with this feller back in the day. Wesley, his name was. Real miserable bastard, but he loved to fish. We'd go out all the time. But one day, we were river fishing when we see a funeral procession going over the bridge, and out of the blue, Wesley stands up, takes off his hat, bows his head. Then he sits down, picks his rod
Achei
back up, and
que-
carries on. Doesn't say a word.
Quais discos?
So I'm a little surprised and say, Wesley, that was nice of you. And he replies, well, felt I had to. After all, I was married to her for 30 years.
Oh, there he is.
Oh, dear God. I might swim to shore.